You know, it's a dreary and pissy day out there today, and I said to myself, why don't you do something a little bit different today? Give yourself a break from work, and why don't you take some time and open up something fun and exciting? Unfortunately, I have something that came in the mail that is fun and exciting. Let's open this. All right, so let's get into this thing here. I figured when I was opening this one up, I said to myself, you know what you don't need to do? You don't need to stand there and talk for 10 minutes, because people aren't sitting here tuning in to watch your ugly face. They're tuning in to see what you're actually opening. So we're gonna get right into this one today. So here I got the fancy. This is the larger of my two knives that I carry around, pocket knives. It's funny because it's got little openers and things in it, but on top of that, I stuck an Apple AirTag on it because I keep this in my man purse, and this will always tell me when I accidentally leave my man purse behind. Interesting old man aside there. So what you got here is you got a Kickstarter here from Still Little Princess. I like the little thing, precious cargo, please handle with care, thank you. That's very nice. This is part of, and what we're going to talk about today, a couple things that we're going to talk about as we open this one is I'm going to give some potential critical feedback here about what I think of it. I've been Kickstartering a fair amount lately, as you guys have seen with the things that I'm opening. And you'll see that the stuff that I'm getting is stuff that I can't get in a store normally, which is cool, which is one of the reasons why I like supporting Kickstarter. I like supporting directly to the artist. I'll tell you, I've had some weird experiences with Kickstarter lately. Really weird. And it's left me sort of stepping back on. One of the things that I find with Kickstarter, and this is something you've got to be ready for if you're Kickstartering, is be prepared for a delay. And I think patience is key here. And the reason for this is because when they're Kickstarting, they're funding the actual project. They need to actually make this stuff when they get the money, which I get. That's kind of cool, but it takes some time. And when you're an old man like me, you forget many, many things. So for example, this box, which we got here from Steel Little, this I believe is the Sugar Pop 3 Kickstarter. And because this is a Dan Mendoza project and because of the show, I got the Baba Stickies handy. We are prepared for any, and I'm pretty sure I know what's in this one. Now, what I'm not entirely positive on is exactly what my primary pledge item was. Because you know, when you do these things, what you do is you pledge one thing to get a certain reward, and then afterwards you're like, okay, now you do your add-ons on top of it. The add-ons I find are always fun. I love the add-ons that these guys throw in here because they're things that are just so irreverent that you just don't see, which is a lot of fun, as I just said. So let's see what we're getting into here. So what we're gonna do is, as you can see, packaged nicely. See, and trick to people who are new to comics. Make sure you're using painter's tape on a lot of stuff because it comes off the bags easy. There you go. So I'm going to tear out a bunch of the tape here. Okay. I'm going to take her aside to make sure that I can adequately Baba sticky anything for more sensitive viewers at home. Because these things are not always 100% kid friendly. So let's just take this aside now. Take it aside. Over here, way away from the camera. Let's get out my fancy waybill here. What does it say? It says, it says thank you. Oh, that's very nice. So apparently what I got on this, here we go. Apparently what I got was the Bill McKay cover set. I've never got a Bill McKay cover set from one of these Kickstarters from Dan Mendoza before. I'm excited about this one. I like that one, and that was my primary thing. Then you got a freebies pack, and then you have, 2 lenticulars. Now, the Bill McKay cover set I did get signed. Now, in the cover sets that you get from Bill McKay, I will warn you, there is one that is going to be the standard edition, and then there's going to be the Risque edition. For anybody who knows Bill McKay, he has a wonderful appreciation for circles. I'm just going to leave it at that. And y'all can figure out what I'm talking about when we actually get to it. So, what should we do first? Should we do freebie pack? Or should we do books? Let's do freebie pack first. Let's see what's in the freebie pack. This is exciting stuff. What do we got? What is it? All right, what do we got here? This is how it is. Give me an answer. This is nice. Out of the way, back. Go away. Yes, I'm an old man and I talk things. Okay, so what do we got? We got fancy lanyard. Oh, fancy lanyard. Sugar pop on there, very nice. We got a patch, fancy patch. And then we got. This is a Bill McKay magnet, I think. Could be wrong. I don't actually think that is a Bill McKay magnet. Fancy magnet. What else we got? We got a Sugar Pop keychain. Oh, I know exactly what I'll be using this for. I have a purchase that's coming up. We have a sticker which I will not be sharing with you because it is not entirely child friendly, which is still cool. We got a fancy card, shiny. Woo. We have another fancy card, also shiny and ooh. And we have another fancy card. Fancy. Oh, there you go. So those are our freebies, except for that sticker, which I'm not sharing with you. Although I am very happy with it. I know exactly what I will do with that sticker, in fact. When I get stickers, I don't save stickers, I use them. I believe that is the point of stickers, which dates me because literally as a child, I can actually remember scratch and sniff stickers. Yes, that's how old I am. Which is why when the, what was that thing called? Blood Strike, I believe was the Image comic with the Rub the Blood cover. I always thought that should have been a scratch and sniff cover. No, just me. All right, anyway. So, book number 1. Bill McKay, this is his standard edition cover, and you will see he has signed down here. Very nice. Very fancy. I like the planets in the background. This is almost Kirby-esque type crackle. See the crackle there? Anybody's ever seen Kirby's sort of is scenes of outer space and different dimensions? There's always that crackle in them. Very cool effect. Very nice. Now, the other one, and it's a good thing I did this off camera because lo and behold, yes, this is the risque version. Is that Baba Sticky adequately covering? Let's do a little bit of, there we go. Baba Sticky is now adequately covering. I'll let your imaginations run wild on what's inside that. And I apologize for the glare, but unfortunately it is too dark outside, which is why we're doing this with lights on today. Very fancy. Okay, also signed. Very cool. You know, it's interesting. Bill McKay does do a lot of cons, and unfortunately, I have not done any conventions lately because of that which shall not be spoken of. But I'll speak of it because I don't care, which is COVID. So I've been avoiding them, but it's one of these things where I'm looking forward to going back, and I actually do want to potentially meet him when I do go back to conventions to make sure I go to ones I actually go to. Now, now how am I going to Baba Sticky these? Okay, so these, all right, you know what we're going to do? We're just going to do this, and I'm just going to let your imaginations tell you what these are. So these are lenticular covers. Now, for those of you who don't know what lenticular covers are, lenticular covers are books where when you look at them at different angles, the image changes. Now, around the time when this Kickstarter was happening, the Masters of the Universe on Netflix was a thing. So what Dan did was he did a bunch of homage covers on lenticular within this, and within them you got different ones. So, and they're all sugar pop, basically homage to one or another character from Masters of the Universe. Now, lenticular being the image is going to change. So what happens is when you look at these in one angle, they're perfectly okay, child friendly, well, but then when you look at them in a different angle, well, they're no longer as child friendly. So let's see. So this one is the Skeletor one, and I don't think you guys are going to get an adequate image of, well, you can see it changing. Fortunately, the Baba Stickies are there to protect our younger viewers because, let's just say, there's a wardrobe malfunction on these. So that's the Skeletor one. Very cool. And then there is the Battle Cat one. And when you angle it this way is when it changes. Very cool. Again, it's the Skeletor and the Battle Cat. I unfortunately missed the opportunity to get the He-Man one, which would have been the third one within this set. And I didn't get these signed. My fear on getting them signed is, when you look at a lenticular, I don't know if you can hear this. Yeah, do you hear that sort of zip sound? It's because the cover has ridges on it, angled plastic ridges on it. That's what creates the image moving. Well, I cannot by any means imagine a signature across ridged plastic coming out being, number one, good, and number two, permanent to a point where it's not smearing or doing anything else. So I've chosen not to get these. Oh, there it is. Not to get these signed. But it was an option within the Kickstarter package. Unfortunately, though, I missed the He-Man opportunity, so I only have 2 of the 3. Maybe one day I'll be able to find the third one. So I think what I'm missing with this, and I'll say this right now, and this is the side of Kickstarter that's, you know, time passes too far between when you order and when you get it, and you forget a lot of things. I'm pretty sure one of the things that I was supposed to get with this was the digital copy of the Bill McKay covers within that pledge level. I never got that. I did get the Sugar Pop number 3, which is what this is, Sugar Pop number 3. I got the digital cover, but I got the standard cover, which was an homage to, I think it was X-Men number 200. I did not buy that cover. It's actually here, as you can see. This is the central image within that cover, because Magneto's in chains in the original one, he's on trial. And what I didn't get is that one, because I already have the X-Men one of that, and I've never really been fond of that cover to begin with, or that particular issue of the X-Men. It's anyways, another aside for a different day. But I didn't get that, but I did get the Bill McKay digital download, and I'm pretty sure I was supposed to, which is just kind of odd. Some of these things get missed along the way. I don't think missing a digital download is going to kill me by any means, and I think I'll survive. I've got the hard copies, and quite frankly, but with the digital copies, I don't really do much with them anyways, because I don't read digital comics. I read the paper comics. Which, as an aside, old man rant for the day, we need to stop doing that. And I recognize I'm part of the problem, not part of the solution. I personally prefer to read things that are physical paper. I don't like reading digitally. Even when I'm reading reports for work, coffee, I read the physical copies, I print them out. And I think, honestly, as a comic industry, I think we're actually grossly irresponsible environmentally by producing comic books. I think this is a grade A waste of trees. And it's stupid because I know this is hypocritical because I like comic books and I collect comic books, but at the same time, I'm also saying producing comic books is bad. Maybe this is just age forcing me to reevaluate where I am with things, and old man rant for the day. That's probably what we're going with. But either way, that aside, total rant there off to the side. Sorry for that. But Kickstarter package, that's what we got. It was actually very cool. I'm quite happy with these. The lenticulars are very cool. With I will post those on my Instagram account with the hashtag totally not lenticular boobs, but these are lenticular boobs, which is why I buy the lenticular comics whenever I see them, because I just find it ironic that I'm able to actually post lenticular boobs. I think that's quite funny. And then again, there's another old man idiosyncrasy that's mine. Anyways, everybody, I hope you enjoyed this one. We made it a quick one. You have yourself a great day. We'll see you next one.